Noxus, home of blood, ballistas, and beards. Basilisks, bookies, and the single best triceps in Runeterra. Good holy God in heaven. Okay guys, I'm sorry. It came to my attention recently that I sexualize the cards a lot in my streams and videos, so in this episode, I'm going to continue.
A sexy motherfucker.
Gimme your.
Today's list is called Draven's Dick and Jarvan's Jobby Send Our Opponents Back to the Lobby. Please respect its full name, whatever you refer to it. The goal of the deck is to attack with the overwhelming force of our schlong over and over until the opponent can't take it anymore. Let's get right into the gameplay. Going into game 1, opponent's deck looks like this. Our opening hand looks like this. Egghead off the top, we drop the fan and tax the opponent for 2. Going into 3, we draw our Draven, opponent drops Witch, and we play Researcher, getting some really nice discard fodder. They tickle our Taint for 1, and we go into 3, drawing Jarvan and dropping Draven. Opponent plays Zed, and we take the free attack with Draven and his Simp. Onto 4, another Ram off the top, opponent drops Sivir, we accept we're taking a pounding this turn and opt to draw a couple of Spooters. They swing like it ain't no thing, and we block like this, taking 5. Speaking of 5, the turn what witch it is, we draw Jarvan and open. They palm and drop a second witch, and we swarm the board with chumps. On 6, we draw Spy, and they put down the Profiteer. We play 12 toughness worth of raw cock, and opponent finds Sivir some more power, but it's not enough, opting to actively give her more with the Disciples. They swing in, we block sensibly, they level Sivir, and we take a humble 2. Into 7, we draw some more draw, and open attack the Jarvan into play. Opponent trades a Shape Stone for an Axe, which is weird, but whatever. We resolve their board a little, and they drop another Sivir. Into 8, we draw the haha funny meme, and they open. We clear another Sivir, but take an ass load for the privilege, and they level their Zed. We drop some elite cock, and they play the single most powerful follower in the game. Riot, please fix this, it's been months. Into 9, our draw doesn't matter because we're going in raw. Jarvan eagerly joins the party to clap some cheeks, and opponent sends the monk in for a pounding. Jarvan levels just in time to watch our opponent play another runner before getting their guts rearranged. Game 2, opponent's deck looks like this, opening hand looks like this. Turn 1, we draw Judgment and opponent drops Dunekeeper, we take 3 and pass it to turn 2, drawing Spy and dropping the Egghead. Once again, getting an Eclipse Dragon. Opponent does nothing, so into 3 we get Cataclysm and opponent has a 0 on curve, so we're fucked. We drop Spiders and they attack, we block like this. Turn 4, we draw and play Spy, they play another Keeper and we play another Spy before they play Greenglade. Onto 5 and we top a Ram and they Irelia, immediately playing the Blades. We block sensibly and try to resolve the duo with the Cataclysm. They homecoming the Spy away using the Dunekeeper. We have nothing to say about that, so he goes in for another attack and we block like this. On 6 we top deck Egghead and open attack the Jarvan into play. They block and accept the lost Irelia. Blossoming Blade takes us down to 7. Speaking of 7, that's the turn what which it is. Big fan off the top, they play another Blossoming Blade, and we're forced to lose Jarvan. We drop the Spy and they full swing, we block like this and the Judgment saves the day. On 8, we draw Survival and enable the Eclipse Dragon with the fan, they drop Deus and we drop the Dragon, they play another Azir and we attack forward with the Dragon, taking them to 13. They have a Ribbon Dancer, forcing us to block across the board, sealing our doom as we go into turn 9. Game 3, opponent's deck looks like this, our opener looks like this. We draw Spy and opponent plays Tracker, swinging in for 2. Turn 2, we draw Promotion and both of us pass. We play Survival and opponent drops some dude. We play Draven and opponent attacks like this, using Disciplines to answer the Draven. We use Axe on the Survival skills and Whirling Death, completely resolving the board and leveling Draven. Opponent is on an uphill battle from here. Onto 4, we draw another Draven and open attack, they play another Guy and we pass to 5. Confront off the top and opponent plays Shen, we play the Spy and opponent attacks pulling like this. A couple of Axes to remove the Shen, one on Survival to save the Draven. We draw using Words, getting the perfect pair. Onto 6, we draw our last Survival and play the Promotion on the Peen. They play Tracker and we scout ahead, they take it and we attack again, they use Refuge to hold onto their challenger. On 7 we draw Jarvan and they drop Shen, we play Draven and opponent goes in with the surrender. Game 4, opponent is playing this and our opener looks like this. Draven's our first draw, we both pass, and on turn 2 we draw Spider to hold back their Lucian. We play it and chump with the Spiderling. On 3, just in time, we draw Biggest Fan, so we drop Draven and attack in. On 4, we draw Survival and they drop Scourge, we play the Fan and they attack forward. We could tank the 8 here and play around Deathmark, but we have a second Draven in hand, so we choose to chump. It turns out not to matter though, because opponent's hand seems to suck. They try the Spear on Draven, and we use the Axe on Survival, giving reasonable value to an Aegis, so we play it, and then we attack in for 7. On 5, we draw a Ram and drop Screeching Dragon. They play Senna, and we decide to walk into Sharpsight in an effort to level Draven. This time they do have it, so Draven levels, and so does their Lucian. On 6, we draw Whisper, and they finally draw their Plaza. We pass, and they play Relic. We pass again, hoping to snipe out Lucian with the Whirling Death, but opponent knows what we're up to, and only attacks forward with the 2 Spirits, killing our Draven. We drop the Ram, and then opponent claps us for 8. On 7, we draw another Whispered Words and drop another Draven. Opponent drops Grizzled Ranger, and we attack forward. Opponent is forced to block with Lucian, but the extra attack gives them the kill on the Draven. We drop some axes to clear board space, and then use the words drawing Promotion and Jarvan before drawing Spy for turn 8. Opponent plays Viego, and we play the Spy, they pull it, and we drop Ram. Into 9, we open the Jarvan into play, and opponent has nothing to say about it. Last game, opponent's playing this, and our opener looks like this. Our first draw is Cataclysm, we drop the Fan, and opponent drops Rearguard. We take our free attack and pass it to turn 2, drawing our Draven. Opponent plays Saboteur, and we play Spider, they swing in, and we take the obvious block. Ram off the top, we play Draven, and they play Fortune. We swing in, and unsurprisingly, they don't block. Onto 4, we draw the Spy, and opponent plays a Crackshot. We pass, and they swing in. We do the Axe survival thing, and opponent baby rages, playing a Make It Rain that does nothing. We finish cleaning up the board with Cataclysm and level Draven before passing it to turn 5. We draw and play the Screeching Dragon. They play nothing, clearly not wanting to lose a unit to the dragon, but we're completely willing to give up 8 damage, so we'll just pass it back. Spy off the top, they play Zap and we play Ram. They demolish us down to 14 and swing in with the Zap before passing. On 7, our boss gives us a promotion and we open attack, pulling Zap. They fervor our face, and we use some axes to push face damage and get reputation progress. They play Gangplank, and we use the words to draw a beautiful pair of Cataclysms. We use one of them immediately to snipe out the Gangplank, and they demolish us down to 6. On to 8, our draw doesn't matter. Their only out is Decimate Fervor, as we are winning on our next action. They hover something, which gives me heart failure, but it just turns out to be Make It Rain, so we take them to Pound Town. Final thoughts, honestly this deck played way better than I expected, but in the same breath it performed way better than it deserved. Tons of bad draws from our opponents today. I would definitely swap out the Spies for a 2 of Single Combat and a 1 of Arachnoid Sentry if I was to do the list over again having played it, but otherwise it's a ton of fun and worth your time in some normal games.